Hey everyone. So today is, well, it's Monday the 15th of August is what it is, but today is a special day because we've started a new small account challenge, a much smaller account challenge than we did in February. So for those of you who've been following me for a while, you'll recall that in February we challenged ourselves to take $5,000, a $5,000 small account, and grow it to $50,000 as quickly as possible, ideally within the calendar month of February. What we ended up doing is we actually took it to over $100,000 in February, and then we gave some back off the top in the last couple of days. And we finished $79,000 in terms of equity position. That was $74,000 of gross profit on the month, 19 trading days. That was back in February. Now, I had a really good start to August. I've had a really good June, a really good July, and I had a really good start to August. We're actually over our monthly goal. So I committed to you guys that follow me that I will do another small account challenge. People are asking, because they're learning a lot from the streams that I do on TikTok, on Twitch, and here on YouTube. And people are asking me, when are you going to do another small account challenge? When are you going to do another small account challenge? So I thought, okay, I'm pretty much at goal on the month for August. This was Thursday before last. I'm pretty much at goal after a couple of days. I'll do another small account challenge. What I'll do is I'll start it next week. So what I did is I then gave back some profits and had to work back. So we're very close to the monthly goal now, but I've committed to starting today, halfway through the month. We started with $2,500, so $2,510 is what we've started with, and today was the first day that we've taken some trades. But I'll go through what we've done and how we've done it and why, respectively speaking. We've had a good day. We're over goal. So what I'm looking to do, what I recommend people to do is, on average, 5% of your equity position on a daily basis, or 1% of your buying power, whichever is less. Okay. So if you've got a $2,500 account, which is what I'm starting with today, a 5% position would be $125 daily. That's what we're looking for. But I'm going to be aggressive. I'm an experienced trader. I'm an aggressive trader, and I tend to be quite aggressive anyway. So I'm setting myself a goal of 10% to start off with until we get to until we've doubled the account, and then I can look at maybe scaling back a little bit, and we'll do it there. So I'm setting myself a goal of 10% daily, so a minimum of $250 daily goal off this $2,500 account. Now today we've got over $400, so that's a good thing. Now I do have it's not a cash account, it's not a small account. I do have leverage to be able to achieve this. I've got up to 6 times leverage. Now, that depends on the stocks that I'm choosing, but also it depends on the price of those stocks. So I won't get any leverage on any stocks that are less than $5, and there are certain restricted stocks that I will get less than 6 times. So I have to be selective of what the stocks that I'm taking, as well as the setups. So it makes it a little bit more complicated, but also it makes it a little bit more of a challenge, a little bit more fun, and stick along for the journey. We'll see what we do. So I've traded 4 stocks today. Normally, I would say 1 trade a day is good enough for a small account. But the first couple of trades I took really didn't get me anywhere. I was kind of break even after the first 3 trades, and then the 4th one came along, and I got over $400 with that. So it only takes the 1 stock. If you're not getting anywhere with the stocks that you do choose, be a bit more careful with your trade selection, and perhaps I wasn't. So let's talk about the stocks that I traded. So the first stock I traded, now I won't be trading pre-market. So a couple of reasons for that. Just with regards to the followers, many of you can't trade pre-market, so that's one thing. So I want to make this as realistic as possible for you guys to to follow, if you will, not follow as in follow my executions, but to follow along and make it realistic as an achievement that you guys can get to as well. So there's no pre-market trading. We waited for the bell, and we had Magic Empire Global, which is trades under the MEGL ticker, MEGL. Now we got in here for the break of highs. Break of pre-market highs as it moved up, and then it actually faked me out and pulled back. So we were about $80 down on this to start off with, and then we traded this a little bit later. So we did trade a couple of other things, but then we came back and traded this a little bit later. So the majority of these didn't take place on the live stream, but I'm going to go through it anyway. We got in here, and as it moved up, it started to pull back. So I took half my position off. I was only in for, it was 110 shares, and then I took half my position off, and then it moved back up again. So I took the rest off, and we had a little bit of profit there. As it moved back up, I looked to get in for the break of 16. It pulled back to 16, and then moved up. And as it moved up and pulled back from 18, we got stopped out. I think we had a 50-cent stop on there at the time. So this was a move. So we're taking 100 shares at a time with this one. We couldn't. MEGL, so Magic Empire, it's one of these restricted stocks because it's a recent IPO. So there's no leverage available on this. So 2,500 shares at $13, $14. There's not a lot we can do with that. So we're only taking 100 shares at a time, 120 shares at a time. So that was Magic Empire. Then we traded Bed Bath & Beyond. So Bed Bath & Beyond was quite a quick in and out. As this moved up, we got in for the break of the $0.50. It moved up and tested, I think it was 1470, and then started to pull back. I'd put a trailing stop in place, and we got stopped out. It did move back up, but then it came back down again as well. So not ideal from if you're trying to get over $200 out of a trade. Now, I'm not saying you need to get to goal on your single trade, but if you're looking to just trade once, get to goal and get out, that's really what I'm looking for with regards to the setups. Now, I was trading Bed Bath & Beyond on my large account pre-market, and it was looking fairly strong. So when it started to make its move back up, there is a little bit of a 5-minute double bottom formation, a W formation here. So that's what I was really looking for here. So, and then the $0.50. So the actual a good entry could have been 14.40, but we've got the $0.50 in place as well. So I got in, took some profit on the way back down, and put the trailing stop in place, and we got stopped out. So it's like $30. $30 is not bad for a small account. It's about base hits. And then I traded Liquidia, where we lost $30 in effect. So Liquidia was a little bit lighter here. So Liquidia moved up, had a big move up, and I looked for the break of $8 to get in there, and it moved up and broke $8 and then pulled back. And I wasn't quick enough to get. That's where we actually made it a small loss of $30. So Liquidia, this move, it was on top. It was a big, good volume, top of the volume momentum scanner as well. So as it moved up, and that's why we got in there, looking for the stocks that are moving above, on a trend. It was above the VWAP. It had just popped up with this on good volume. We were getting good volume on the entry candle as well. And then when it started to pull back, I got out for a little under break even. So we lost $30. So that was Liquidia. Then what actually got us not just to goal but over goal was Revlon. Again, it hit the scanners, and this is what. I'll put this on the 1 minute. It'd probably be easier to actually see this. So this moved up. It was on the momentum scanners, and we saw this consolidation. It pulled all the way down to the VWAP and consolidated. And as it was breaking the kind of $7.50 level, it started to move up. So we got in for the break of the $0.75 level, and we took some profits. As it pulled back, we got stopped out. It then came all the way down below $8, but as it then moved back up to $8, we re-entered. And we took some. Well, we actually got stopped out on this position here again. So we're using trailing stops. We re-entered for the break of new highs, and again we only went to a 10-cent stop this time, so we got stopped out there. As we broke highs again, we entered again and put the trailing stop in place, and we got stopped out again. So over $400. To the good with Revlon. That took us over goal. Bearing in mind, with a $2,500 account, we're looking at 10% gain on the day. So that's $250. So we're more than over goal on the day. And as far as I'm concerned, that's a good start to the small account challenge. So I think the main question is, we've got 13 trading days. If we include today, we've got 13 trading days to grow this account. Now we've just added. It'll actually be less after commissions. Probably it's going to be a little over what, 350, something like that. 330, 350, something like that in terms of the trade profit when the commissions and charges and things come out of it. I'll have a look later, and then we'll get the updated equity tomorrow. But that's the small account challenge. We're doing that for for the rest of August. We'll see where we are at the end of August, and I think the goal is to get it up to 30,000, ideally. So I'm trading with Capital Markets Elite Group, and they're an offshore broker, so they don't employ the pattern day trading route. So, and they give it a little bit more margin than a lot of other brokers do. Now, it is selected based on stock selection, so just bear that in mind. But if you're getting good leverage, $2,500 will give me $15,000 worth of buying power, providing the stocks that I'm buying are over $5 in price. Now, this is why it needs to be, the trade selection needs to be, or stock selection for the trade needs to be on point, and you need to be patient. One trade a day is enough. To get over that $5,000 level, so double the account first and foremost, then I can be a little bit more aggressive, and we'll have a $30,000 buying power. And then from there on, I've proven in the past that we can grow that $30,000 buying power. We can grow that fairly rapidly and get over $30,000 in a very short space of time. So let's see how we get on. I'll be back at it tomorrow. So I'll be trading live 2 hours before the market opens. So that's 8 o'clock US East Coast or New York. That's 1 p.m. here in Dublin. It's 1 p.m. in the UK and 2 p.m. on the continent of Europe. I will be trading my larger account pre-market. I will not be trading my small account until after the bell. And we will be trading for the first hour of the open. So, or we're streaming live for the first hour of the open. So come join me then and watch and get the regular updates and watch how we make progress throughout the rest of the month. I hope to see you there. Thanks a lot.